think we over-intellectualize things in our modern culture. We always like to think that everything we're doing is new and it's never been done before. There's a lot to be learned from looking in the past. If you look at tribes have been around, that structure has been around for eons, tens of thousands of years, and it's proven successful over that very long period of time. So I looked at the composition of tribes and tried to think about how it might be applicable to a startup. What are some of the things that work at a tribal level that might work at a startup? And I found a very, very direct corollary. There's many different roles that are played at a startup, but I think the 4 key roles are also analogous to a tribe. One is the hunter, right? You need to have someone that's going out and that's producing, they're generating revenue. So at a company, it might be the sales leader, it might be a business development person. It's someone that's out there bringing the meat back for the tribe and helping the tribe sustain itself. So these people work fast and furious, they're not really detail oriented, and they love it when the pressure's on. But can you imagine having a company of 4 hunters? Those companies fail because they're 4 people that run in 4 directions, and there's no cohesion, no one's doing anything with the meat they bring back. It just sits in the middle of the tribe and it goes bad, right? It starts to stink. So what you need is, you need a skinner, or in a company you need an administrator. You need someone that's detail oriented, that's gonna process that meat that's brought back by the hunter, that's gonna make something of value to that hunter. So in the role I played, I was a business development executive. I would go out and cut partnerships, and I was very, very fortunate to have a very strong administrative person, Brian Donahue. He's actually the CEO of Appfolio now. He was a very, very capable individual that could make the most out of those partnerships. It's one thing to close a deal, it's something entirely different to make the deal work. You also need the shaman. So think again about a tribe. You could have people sitting in the river with sharp sticks trying to get the fish. They might strike at a fish 100 times and finally catch one. The shaman's that person that's sitting on the rock in the shade, and they're sort of looking around, and they seem to be sort of not doing anything. They seem to be lazy. You want to yell over at them and say, get your ass over here and spear some fish. What they end up doing is they come over and they say, guys, I've been thinking about this a little bit. Why don't we take that stick, why don't we curve it a little bit, put a little bit of a barb on the end of it, and that way when you get a fish, it won't slide back off. Now you're getting 20 fish for every 100 strokes, not 1 fish for every 100 strokes. That's the kind of person that moves the needle. It's usually the original founder, it's an innovator, it's a visionary, it's someone that, they're not gonna be, they're not going to worry about details either. They're going to work fast and furious, and they're looking for a better way. You have to have that person at your enterprise, someone that's always looking ahead for a better way. And lastly, every good tribe has a chief or a tribal elder. And in a company, that's often the CEO, not always, but it's the person whose main objective is to keep the tribe in harmony. So that can be frustrating if you're a hunter, because these people tend to be railroaded. They tend to be a little bit indecisive. They might appear indecisive, but that's not the case. What they're actually doing is they're processing your input along with the input of everyone else in the tribe. And their main goal is to recruit the right people and keep the tribe together. They know that they need a strong hunter, they need a strong skinner, they need that shaman, and they need those people working in harmony. So a great CEO, ultimately, that's the most important role that they provide. So what I would say to entrepreneurs is, when you're out there looking to either start a company or join a venture, be honest with yourself. Do a self-assessment. Are you more the hunter? Are you more the skinner? Clearly, at a startup, we all play these roles, so it's not like a big company where you only do one thing. But we have proclivities, we have interests, we have skills, we have specializations. Make sure you understand what yours is, and then surround yourself with either a skinner, a shaman, and a chief if you're a hunter, or vice versa if you're the skinner. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people so that you have a strong tribe that will survive.